begin. Oh, thank you. I just wanted to remind you to record. Who record this? Thank you, Kevin. We will take picture together. So please, guys, to turn on your camera just for taking the picture. And then after this, you can turn off your camera again together with your microphone. Yeah, thank you, Mark. Please, bro, don't forget to take a present list in your site, okay? Signature.
Sorry, what is that?
Present list. Attendance list.
Attendance list, yes.
You have it, right?
Yes, I have it, but not completed yet.
No problem.
Yes, I'll give you later once I confirm.
Yeah, just keep it. We need to record this because my university require this if your student needs the certificate.
Sure. I will give you the record.
All right, Kevin. Rico, sorry. Rico.
Baik, Bapak.
We have 3 students doesn't show up, but that's fine.
Baik, 1, 2, 3. Slide 1, slide 2, 1, 2, 3. Alhamdulillah.
All right, guys. Without further ado, let us begin our course today. Let me share again the slide. Where is the slide? Share. Mark, can you see the screen?
Yes, you can see.
You can see me, right?
Yes, you can see you.
Okay, great. We are going to talk about chemical reaction in a cat's perspective. So it is really briefly introductory happily level. So don't worry. You will not get bored. You will not get scared, especially if you like cat, because we will see chemical reaction in the eyes of cat. So we have 4 main instructors, me, Febdiarus D, and then we have Mark Lee. Where is Mark? Over there.
Can you see me?
Yeah, that's Mark. Then we have Vera Khoirunisa, Dr. Vera. Say hello, Dr. Vera. Yes. And we have, who is SL? Oh, yeah. No, this will be LS, Lucia Silvi. Yeah, that's Lucia Silvi. This is a joint class between UTM. You see this, UTM. And then Unair, Airlangga. There is also Unsud, Universitas Jenderal Sudirman, also ITERA. What? Oh, somebody just sent me text. Dr. Febian, the cat's picture is too big. No. It is. I put it small before and suddenly becomes bigger. You know, cats, right? They do whatever they want. So I cannot do anything about it. So originally the cat is small, but then, selfish, right? And of course, before we talk about chemistry, we talk about reaction, we should ask ourselves, what is this joint class? Why do we have to conduct this class? And of course, the answer of the question of why is the philosophy. Why we do have to do this joint class? The answer is, you heard about this before. Alone you go faster, but together you go farther. You heard about this, right? But it is not our philosophy. Sounds okay, sounds good, but our philosophy is, with cats, you go faster, farther, and happier. Remember? You heard in outside the world, alone you go faster. Sendiri kita bisa jalan lebih cepat. Bersama-sama, gotong royong, kita bisa jalan lebih jauh. But that is not our philosophy. Our philosophy is with cat, you go faster, farther, and happier. Much better. Knowledge is not racist. That it crosses all human-made boundaries like countries. You are from Indonesia, you are from Malaysia, your badminton is so bad, or your football is so bad. Then we fight. No, no, no. Football, sport may be racist, but knowledge is not racist. It crosses all human-made boundaries like countries, race, your GPA, okay? If your GPA is low, doesn't mean you are smart. So don't worry about that. Knowledge is for everyone, wherever you come from. But beware, there is opposite of the knowledge. It is stupidity. Remember, no one is stupid, but stupidity is something else. You know the difference between stupid and stupidity, right? If you don't know, you can look up the dictionary later on. Why you have to be aware of the stupidity? Because it is like knowledge. Stupidity also crosses all human-made boundaries. It doesn't matter you are Malaysian, you are Indonesian, you can be stupidity. So you have to be aware. So knowledge and stupidity are competing each other. So you always have two options. You want the knowledge or you want stupidity. That's our philosophy. That's the reason why we have to do joint class. We want to go not only to go faster, not only to go farther, we want to go with happiness together. So that's why the aims of this course, remember, especially the students of Dr. Mark, because you are too stressed in Malaysia. In Indonesia, we are relaxed, you know. Look at me, relax. But for Dr. Mark student, remember the aims of this course is make you happy. So if you get stressed, if you are not happy, so it means we fail, you guys. We cannot make it happen. We must make sure that you are happy doing this course. The second aim is to facilitate you to make a new friend. If you know that we are Malay, right? Indonesia also Malay. Gotong royong, silaturahim is always good for our health. So we do not compete to each other. We are not monkeys of Darwin. You know monkeys, right? Monyet Darwin, they are competing each other to survive. And we are not the monkey. We are human. We are not competing, but we are going together. So that's why we do this class. And how do we do this? How to make you happy? How to facilitate you to make a new friend? The method is we are going to learn together how to explain chemical reaction in the cat's perspective. When I say cat's perspective, it is not a playground, okay? It is not just having fun, but it is serious thing. And I guess some of you already know why I use cat, not dog. Because in the end, cat is the representation of quantum mechanics. But I don't want to use quantum mechanics word. Make people scary. Oh, there is Umbu here. Umbu is scary of quantum mechanics. But Umbu loves cat. So that's why I use cat to get rid of the scary aura. Benefit. What is the benefit of this joint class? First of all, officially, administratively, people from outside Unai or Universitas Airlangga, we can get credit transfer. And because Airlangga University is quite good right now in Indonesia, also in the world. Of course, UTM is higher than Unair. The credit, the transcript credit, what do you call it? The transcript, the academic transcript is quite valuable. So people from Unsud, students from Unsud, students also from ITERA, also from UTM can take the benefit from the credit transfer. How many class, how many courses? A lot. A lot. 5 credit, guys. 3 point plus 2, 5. So that's why you have to register to our system. So they can recognize you. They can release, what do you call that? Publish your certificate in the end. And then that certificate, the credit transfer, can you use whatever you want to do with that. Also certificate of competence, the request, if you need, we can get it. So that's why we need your attendance list. That's why you have to present. When we take picture together, you have to be on in front of the camera if you are online. What is another benefit? We have Dr. Mark and I, also with Dr. Lucia and Dr. Vera, we have a program every year to visit each other. So from UTM comes to Unair. Also, we also make a plan. Some of students from Unair will visit you guys in UTM. And we call it joint student seminar. It is around April and May or May. Also, we will go to participate in EcoWabas hosted by you guys in UTM in Johor. It's about somewhere around October next year. Correct me if Dr. Mark, is it correct?
Yes, yes, it's in next year. Will be next year.
Yeah, September, October. So first you visit us, and then we visit you. Oh, someone told me Dr. Fazira is here, so now I'm scared. Oh, Dr. Fazira, where are you? Where is it?
You think? She's waving her hand.
Ah, thank you, Dr. Fazira. I put your name on it, so don't worry. Implementation. How do we do this? Course. First, we will have a week, 2 meetings a week. So we have plenary session like what we are doing now, and then we have localized session. Unair will conduct by ourselves, ITERA by themselves, and also Unsur by themselves. Based on hands-on module, we have 3 modules, module A, B, and C, not much, don't worry. And then work group. So we will do the module together. Because why? No happiness comes from a lonely man. So that's we know already, right? Evaluation. We will have 2 quizzes, each 10%, 1 assignment, 40%, and 1 final project, 40%. Don't worry, Dr. Mark and Dr. Fazira will explain to you later on. And grading. How do we grade you? Based on your happiness. See, based on your happiness. How do we grade your happiness? Easy. Happiness, if it is not what you are looking for, then you are looking for One Piece. One Piece, you know One Piece, right? And even Luffy, when he is looking for One Piece with happiness. So there is no way you cannot. Happiness is our goal. That's what my point. Okay. Then you are happy when. So this is how we grade your happiness. Listen. You smile and make people smile, like what I'm doing now. To make people know you are smiling, you must attend the class.
Huh?
So you cannot say to people,
Ah,
I'm
yes, okay.
smiling, but you don't attend the class. Nobody knows you are smiling. Okay? Then to make people smile, you involve in the project. I'm smiling, but I don't want to involve in the project. So you are crazy. Smiling without reason. So if people doesn't smile with you, you are crazy. Okay, I said it again. How do we grade your happiness? You smile and make people happy. Sorry, you smile and make people smile. To make people know that you are smiling, you must attend the class. And to make people smile with you, you must involve in the project, in the module session. If you feel stressed because of this course, we will suggest you to visit Dr. Fazira in UTM or Dr. Eka in ITERA. And then you will find yourself, oh, I will force myself to smile, whether otherwise I need to face Dr. Fazira or Dr. Eka angriness. Which one do you want? Which one do you prefer? Force yourself to be happy, or you meet Dr. Fazira or Dr. Eka. All right. What we are going to learn? What we are going to learn? In principle, we just want to answer one simple question. We want to answer this question. What makes a reaction occurs? What makes a reaction occurs? I can ensure you this question need to be answered like more than 200 years. I think more than 500 years to answer this question. But now we know the answer already. Of course, you don't know. We know. The lecturer knows. Dr. Fazira knows. Dr. Mark knows. But you don't know yet. So this simple question is not easy to answer because a lot of things that we need to understand before answer this question. To put it in the context, look at this animation. Does it move? You see this, right? Matches. Maybe your generation doesn't know it anymore. But during our time, we need this to do everything for fire. Korek api. It is flaming. But what happened when I just hold the korek api match like this? It doesn't flame. To get it flame, you have to do like what we are watching it right now. Why? Why we need to do like this? Next question. You know this. Rusty, karat. Of course, some of you already know. Oh, it is oxidation. Okay. Oxidation. But again, why oxidation occurs? Only for metal, not for other else. And you know that this is irreversible process. Another question. Buah-buahan membusuk, rotten fruits. Why? And some fruit cannot be rotten. Some fruit cannot be rotten. And some fruits so easy to get rotten. Why? So these some example, of course, you know it everything that we see so far is about chemical reactions. And we can explain how does it happen, but the question is why it happens cannot be answered easily. Next, what do you see this here? Do not watch the cat, watch the leaves, photosynthesis. That's the most amazing process in our life, photosynthesis. The leaves absorb carbon dioxide and produce oxygen. That's so amazing process. And it needs light to get happen. Maybe in chemistry, you will learn this reaction in photochemical something. It's a really difficult subject actually. And when we talk about photosynthesis, we will talk about panca indra, biological sensory. Light, we see everything, you know, and we think, and then our brain command our muscle to do something, action. Every single process involves so many chemical reaction that we don't know why it happens. It happens. It is happening right now, but we don't know why it happens, including our organ. Every single thing in our body is about chemical reaction. You see, the lung, I breathe air for you. The heart, I pump blood for you. It's all chemical reaction. Our liver, I filter toxic waste for you, and you in your brain say, let's ruin our life. So that's stupidity, okay? That's one of the example of stupidity. It is not stupid, but it is stupidity. You know how beautiful your lung works, how hard your heart work, and how difficult your liver work. You still want to waste your life with stupidity. Okay, guys? The bottom line is chemical reaction is everywhere. And it is safe to say chemical reaction is the reason why we still alive up to now. The reason why we still alive until now. The life is sustainable because of chemical reaction. If there is no chemical reaction, life stops. And it happens naturally. You don't have to force anything. It's so beautiful. You don't have to command the leaves to do photosynthesis. You don't have to command your lung to take to process the oxygen. Everything runs natural. And if you tweak it, if you engineer it, the chemical reaction, then you will get the culture and civilization. This is Petra in Jordan. You know this. It is not only about how to carve the stone. No, there are also chemical reactions. People during that time already know how to make the stone smooth with chemical reaction. So it is not about how to, pahat, mamahat, like in Italy, who is the name again? Michelangelo, Donatello, Kura-Kura Ninja. No, it is not about that. Those guys in Italy, they didn't use chemical reaction. Pure mamahat. But people ancient time, during this time, they already know some chemical reactions, including in pyramid, Gaza, in Giza. And that's why you will find each civilization has their own uniqueness because of their knowledge of chemical reaction, and they only engineer what they have it in their place. Like for example, this is, you can read in there is a letter here. Please do not show this to Dr. Mark's student. Oh, sorry, I already saw it to you, but never mind. This is herb medicine from China. You will not find it in Europe. They know how to do this. Also, metallurgy. Metallurgy also use chemical reaction. And every place in Indonesia, we have keris, berleku-leku. In Malaysia, you have, I don't know. In Europe, they have, different technology because they have different chemical reaction knowledge, also different resources in their hand. Of course, about culinary. Every single place, they have their own specialty. Like example, in Malaysia, we have roti canai. This is my favorite. Now I'm hungry. Look at this, sate padang. If you go to other place, you also find another different culinary food. Why? Again, chemical reaction. It is all about chemical reaction. So that's why I suggest you, especially guys, boys, please play this game, Civilization, okay? So we can talk about this more than what we have done so far. So, civilization, first we have culture. If we have culture, we have civilization. And who create culture? Chemical reaction. If you don't have chemical reaction, you don't have culture. If you don't have culture, you don't have civilization. So that's the bottom point. So chemical reaction. So guys, Dr. Mark, Dr. Fazira, student, you must be proud about yourself because you are chemist. Every single thing in this world were built on chemical reaction. All right. But then we have to ask ourselves, after all these years, this is question for us, not for our ancestor. What have you accomplished with chemistry? People already done many things in the ancient time, building Petra, pyramid, and so on, including create sate padang. You only eat sate padang and go home sleep. So that's this question is for us, our generation. What can we do with chemical reaction? Next, traditional chemists were also frustrated about the question, what we have done so far. I will go back to a few slides before to remember this question. What make a reaction occurs? This question also frustrated traditional chemists long time ago. You know this, who is this, right? You know this guy. This is a really famous guy. He said, of course, this is my own word. I slept, saya tidur, I dreamt, kemudian saya bermimpi. I sat in front of a table. Di dalam mimpi saya, in my dream, saya duduk di depan sebuah meja. I felt the presence of God. Saya rasakan kehadiran Tuhan. He throws something on the table. Tuhan itu menjatuhkan sesuatu ke atas meja. I look at it. Saya lihat apa yang Tuhan jatuhkan itu. Ternyata it was chemical elements. Ternyata itu adalah elemen-elemen unsur-unsur kimia that were already arranged in a specific order, yang sudah tersusun dalam order yang tertentu, yang kemudian I woke up, saya bangun, and immediately wrote down what I saw. Langsung saya tulis apa yang saya lihat. Kemudian itulah yang kita pakai. That's what we have used so far. What is it? Periodic table. So periodic table came from dream. Who was this guy again? Dmitri Mendeleev. This is our favorite chemist from now on. Why? If Dr. Mark asks you to go to study, go to sleep. Why? This is our favorite now. Mendeleev understood the table, the periodic table, because of sleep. So sleeping is good. Sleeping is good. So if Dr. Mark got angry to you because you sleep too much, you can answer Mendeleev. Mendeleev. So we have periodic table. We have periodic table. During that time, I talk about like 100 years ago. Beside periodic table, what did we have so far? Lewis structure. In the hand of chemistry, we have periodic table. We have Lewis structure. Periodic table on talk about element. Lewis structure already talk about molecule, compound. Also, we already had spectroscopy. Whoa, the knowledge of chemistry that time was so strong, was so beautiful, was so complex and comprehensive. Plus, in the end, we have covalent and ionic bonds. What else do you need? Chemistry is complete 200 years ago. We have periodic table. We know everything already about elements in the earth. We have Lewis structure. We know how to build molecule. We know to explain how ionic and covalent bond. And in terms of experiment, we have spectroscopy. We can check all elements in any surface, in any compounds. So during this time, 200 years ago, many things already built based on these four knowledge: periodic table, Lewis structure, spectroscopy, and the knowledge of bonding. Okay, I said it again. Periodic table, you know everything about elements. Lewis structure, you know everything about molecule, how to build molecule. And then spectroscopy, you know how to check, to clarify, to identify something. And the number four, you know about covalent and ionic bond. This is about interaction. This is about property of the molecule. These four knowledge, chemistry is complete that time. Physics is still in the dark age. But then what make them frustrated? What make chemists frustrated, even though their knowledge was already complete? Comes a guy called ozone. So after this class, please check YouTube, ozone, with the title song Dragostea Dinte. I think Dr. Fazira knows this song. She was in Australia when this song appeared. Of course, we don't talk about the music. We talk about ozone molecule. Lewis structure provided us this kind of structure. Two hands in the left side and one hand on the other side. Single and double bond. I don't want to use chemical terminology here now because some people perhaps doesn't have or familiar with the chemical terminology, but you know that this is the structure, Lewis structure. And according to Lewis structure, two hands, the distance must be shorter than one hand. That's according to Lewis structure. But what happened is how many times they measure the distance, the bond length between these three atoms, they got ozone symmetric. Impossible. They don't like it. You got the problem, right? According to Lewis structure, according to what they have it so far, ozone must be an asymmetric. This side must be shorter than that side because this has two hands and the other side is only one hand. And this problem not only happen in ozone but also in other molecules. But I don't want to go further, but I only want to emphasize one thing right now, that chemists realize that their knowledge is not completed. There are still some missing point. There's still a missing piece in their knowledge of chemistry. And this is my point. One does not simply walk happily ever after. You cannot be happy if you don't understand ozone. That's the point. How come you cannot be smiling if you don't understand ozone? The most simple molecule, ozone, and you don't understand. You cannot be proud by yourself. Something is missing. What is that? And the hero came to the stage to get the missing piece. Someone appeared to the stage. You know who is it, right? Of course you know. But the story go back to my hometown. This is my father. He was a lecturer in IKIP Padang. There was a time during 1970s, many people from Johor, from Kuala Lumpur, came to Padang to study in this institute. 70s, 80s. And my father was the teacher during the time. He taught many teacher from Malaysia. And 1986, my father went to Plattsburgh, the university in New York, to study his master and PhD. And then come back to Indonesia, and he brought me a gift that I never forget until now. There are two gift presents from my father that I'm so amazed. First is electron configuration, Hund's rule. He taught me, I was in high school, it's junior high school that time, junior high school, and I understood already chemical electronic structure. And the second thing that he gave me, and I still use it until now, I still read the book, is Linus Pauling. So there was a time my father went to the conference, and the conference conduct in Pauling's Institute. And my father was so amazed with Pauling. I didn't know that he met Pauling that time because Pauling was already old. Perhaps his student ran the institute. So you guys following? Our goal is to answer how chemical reaction occur. And we will answer this in the next meeting. I don't want to go more detail right now because I don't want to get you frustrated. So Dr. Mark, this is the end of the slide. I want to emphasize to our student, Dr. Mark, that we are going to do something fun. They don't have to be scared about our projects, and we will do it together. So we still have question and answer before the time finish. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Fabian. Do you have any questions? You can also, oh yeah. I can let me know and I can post it in the group.
Please.
Yeah, I've shared the link for attendance. Please fill up the Google form to record your attendance. Okay. Okay. They're having some problem with the Google form. With the permission, they're not able to fill the form.
Yes, Dr. Mark, I'm still trying to fix the problem with the form.
Okay. Thank you.
I apologize for it.
Dr. Mark, Dr. Fazira, perhaps you want to add some comment for the course?
Dr. Fazira is not here.
Oh.
Yep. She went out. She has something to do. So I think basically initially we have about 55 students, but unfortunately because of the limited computers that we have in the lab, we have limited to 35 students, and but also open up to other students, those who like to join to take this course as an extra credit, but it's not registered in the UTM system. But until up to this point, I think no one has registered yet. register this course for extra credit. But I will get back to you later
No
when I have
problem.
later
Yeah,
list.
no problem.
Okay.
If there is no question, Dr. Mark, we can proceed to the next session where we can begin installation of Gaussian and Gauss view, and then we can do some practice.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
It's already installed in the computers in the lab, so they can actually proceed to do some calculations if you want.
Yes. Yes, please. Also in Unsur, if you guys have a question, please do it now. Otherwise, we can go to the next session to do practice. And we try to do it parallel, right, Dr. Mark? Not like last year we do it. We keep going about the story, and then finally the hands-on session is not that much.
Yes, true. But depends on the
So-
speed as well. Some may be slightly slow. Maybe
yeah.
our side may be slightly slow, but please bear with us.
Please, now we can go to the next session. And don't worry, guys, the question about Linus Pauling, I will continue in the next meeting. Mark, so you guys in the room that we occupied last time, I can see that
It's a different room.
oh,
The previous room we can accommodate about 60 students. Was it 60? I can't remember, but it's slightly more than what we have right now.
okay.
But the computers are very slow.
Dr. Vera, Itera, how is it going now?
Yeah, they have no questions, Doctor.
Yeah, I mean, we can go to the we can go to the next session to install and do some practice.
Okay.
Silvi, bagaimana di sana? Sudah bisa menginstal?
Sudah, Bapak. Mereka sudah punya softwarenya.
Oh ya, langsung saja
ada
modul A sudah punya kan ya, modul A1?
modul A, iya.
Ya.
Silvi sedang minta mereka untuk melanjutkan yang sebelumnya dijadikan
Ya.
tugas.
Kita buat paralel sekarang ya, supaya tidak terlalu lama mendengarkan ceramah, supaya lebih banyak latihannya.
Iya, baik.
Riko, sudah bisa matikan video Riko, nanti terlalu banyak memori habis.